When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Thank you for joining us today. We're coming to you from Whittier Middle School in South Lorain. And I say good afternoon because we do have junior high wrestling today. My name's Todd Ovel. My partner in crime usually that's here, Bob Tomaszewski, is in sunny Florida while we're freezing to death here. We're going to start off today with Whittier and versus Longfellow Middle School. Longfellow, his name is Devin Resinger. They're wrestling 205. And from Whittier we have Javante Thomas. One thing I want to say about our Longfellow wrestler, he is the only wrestler in the program right now. So any of you guys over there on the east side that are thinking about wrestling, let's come over and let's help Devin out.
He's the team.
He's the team. Javante Thomas scores a 2-point takedown. Devin's working hard for a reversal. Out of bounds, no change. Oh, he gave me an escape. So we have a score now of 2-1. Javante Thomas from Whittier. Devon trying to do a front headlock. Looks like he's got the leg in for a cradle. Oh, nice. Nice job. Gets his 2.
I understand this student practices with General Johnny. Is that correct?
Sometimes with General Johnny and also with Admiral King. So, you know, he's getting some good wrestling from, you know, Admiral King's having a nice year. Right now, Devon is getting back points. Period expires. We'll get 3 back points, which will now make the score 5-2. Longfellow over Whittier. I'm sorry, 6-2.
It looks like they gave him an extra one somewhere along
Well,
the
he
line.
got an escape, and then he got the takedown and the back points. So.
And I'll be joining you today, just providing some black and white commentary here. I'm Joe Bach, the camera guy, and just somebody else to talk to here, Todd.
As we've said in the past, Joe Bach does it all. Oh, nice. Nice finish there. Devon Resinger from Longfellow with the fall against Jacob Thacker from Whittier. Nice job. Nice job for both guys. And again, I want to stress the point. Any one of you guys over there, wrestling is a great sport on the east side there that are feeding Longfellow Middle School. Hey, come on out and let's get something going. We'll also wrestle the Longfellow wrestler against the, let me see if General Johnny Wilson has a 205. They do. So that young man is going to get 2 matches today. He's kind of wrestling on his own. Now we're into our dual meet. From General Johnny Wilson, we have Brian Yohos from General Johnny, and we'll have Andy Gordina from Whittier. And obviously, Joe, we're starting with the little guys first.
Yeah, bottom to top.
That's right. This weight class is 80 pounds. Hopefully you'll see these guys wrestling at the high school level, and the lowest weight class there is 103. Andy is 8-4 on the year so far, and Brian is 0-1. So this is his second match. His favorite subject is Jim. He likes Michael Jordan, and he did a nice job, nice trip. Picks up his 2-point takedown. Oh, nice hip over by the Whittier wrestler, trying to get something going with the head and arm. I think he's close. He's close. 2-point reversal. Andy Gardina from Whittier. Got it pretty much locked in there. Brian's still fighting. Got a little break in the action. Referee stops the action, and again, Joe, we've said about it many times, these referees are not only obviously out there to score the match, but they're there for the protection of the wrestlers. What we called that, when they put it in, was they actually called it the scream rule. And what that is our wrestler from Whittier got 3 back points for the near fall, but because the General Johnny Wilson wrestler, the referee felt that he might be in danger because the body of the Whittier wrestler was covering his mouth, he stopped it and gave him an additional point. So it was a 4-point move.
I see, okay. And you said that's at this level?
That's at all levels,
at
Joe.
all levels.
All
Okay.
levels, yes. Yeah, they put it in, and again, those guys are out there for the protection, of those kids. Right now, we have Andy Gardina from Whittier just received a caution, illegal lineup, but he's leading the match 6-2 over Brian Yohos. A little bit of height discrepancy here. The Whittier wrestler is quite a bit taller than the General Johnny Wilson.
Yeah, longer
wrestler.
and gives them a much bigger advantage.
In any weight class, but especially in some of the lighter weights, when you get that leverage, and wrestling is all about leverage. Whittier wrestler trying to throw the half, trying to jump from side to side. I think we're going to get an illegal move. Or potentially dangerous. I'm sorry, there was nothing awarded. Got another caution. Now the way the scoring will go on that is 2 cautions. After that second caution, he'll get a point. After that, 2 points, and then the next one, well, now here we should come with a point. We'll see if the referee does.
Now at this level, it's more critical for the technique because, like in basketball, at the younger levels, you have, they could call traveling like every. But in wrestling, it's more critical because it's someone's safety. It could be at risk.
Correct. Well, and again, you see the referee did not award a point because, again, I think he was just trying to talk to him. And a lot of times these kids are all fired up and, they're ready to go. Longfellow's choice, or I'm sorry, General Johnny Wilson's choice. And I think that's what Coach Dean Reinhardt is asking the referee. And he's just, again, trying to explain to him that, we just wanted to get him here. All right. This is what we see, again, at instead of the alternative start and hands on the back, they just tell the ref, hey, let's go. We'll let him up, we'll give him the point. So now we're at 6-3, Whittier over Johnny Wilson. Into the second period. Periods in junior high, Joe, are 3 1-minute 30-second periods instead of our high school 2. A head and arm by Andy Gardina from Whittier. Picks up his 2 takedown, no back points, and an escape. We've got a score now of 8-4, Whittier. Nice try by the General Johnny Wilson wrestler. And again, now we start to see, Joe, that leverage, those long legs getting out of the way. Referee calls a stalemate. We'll be back in the middle on our feet. About 33 seconds left in this second period. Both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out. Nice shot. Good hips, though. If you saw the Whittier wrestler, he was down on his hips, got right back up, and now he's in a very, very good position. Right at the end of the period, no points. So now heading into the third period, we have Andy Gardina from Whittier with an 8-4 advantage over Brian Yohos from General Johnny Wilson. Whittier chooses neutral.
A perfect example of the legs, boy. The General Johnny wrestler went in there and almost had him, and he put those legs out and just completely counteracted that move.
Oh yeah, you can see it, and again, it's, you know, some of these smaller kids with that bit of leverage there, not so much in the upper weights, but especially in the lower weights. Boy, that height, and I'm sure Coach Billy Kopp is over here with a couple of his assistants. They cut practice short a little bit today, and he's over watching his future wrestlers.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome to see a lot of the folks from the high school come over here and watch their future wrestlers.
Well, and you know, Joe, we've got a lot of good things going on. You know, we've got some elementary, some of our young kid programs. You know, the Little Saints.
Yeah, the biddies.
Right. My son, both in wrestling and in football. My son played for the Little Saints over here, and then Brian Corey, you know, really pushed for, you know, tackle football in the elementaries. And so we've got some good things going on. So junior high, high school.
Yeah, it all starts at the lower levels.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
The sooner you could get them playing, the better your teams are going to be in high school.
Well, and we've talked about it too, especially with wrestling. You know, the younger you are when you start. Nice head pop by the General Johnny Wilson wrestler. You know, the Whittier wrestler had success with that head and arm and had hit it a couple times, and now he's right back in this, 8-6.
Yeah, this has turned into be a really great match.
Right. And again, you see some of the advantage that
legs.
Length there. Yep, looks like he's very close to getting points. All he's got to do is pop the head, and he'll get his points. And we should be able to, yep, there he goes. He pops his head, and he's got 2 points. So right now, with about 30 seconds left in the third period, Andy Gardina from Whittier with an 10-6 advantage. .32 seconds left in the match. He gave him his alternate start, Whittier again, and we see this, you know, Whittier being a feeder program for Southview. You know, they're very good on their feet at the high school, and you would expect that at the lower level also.
As a strategy, though, Coach, at what time on the clock do you say, no, I'm not going to give him that point?
Yeah, usually in the high school level, when you get to about 30 seconds, you know, you want to try to ride that out and keep your advantage. At the middle school level, you know,
it's more instructional.
More instructional. They want to get kids on their feet because takedowns are the hardest. You can ride the mat, and there's our time. Andy Gardina from Whittier with a 10-7 minor decision over Brian Yohos from General Johnny Wilson. Good match. Good match. Give both young men a pat on the back there. Go over and shake the coach's hands. Our next weight class in junior high here, we have the weight class of 86 pounds. From Whittier, we have Alex Gonzalez, who is 6-5 on the year. And we have Alex Rosso from General Johnny Wilson, whose record is 3-1.
We just had a forfeit there.
Oh, we got a forfeit, so must not be wrestling today. Now we're at the 92-pound weight class. We have Michael Kopp from Whittier and Alex Russell is the 92-pounder for General Johnny Wilson. Kind of jumped the gun there, Joe.
That's all right.
Michael Kopp, obviously, Billy Kopp's. Oh, nice.
That was quick.
Yes, it was. Nice settle. And again, you're from a wrestling family there. Yeah, that's, well, I think that was one lesson that Alex will learn the next time he wrestles Michael, that you don't want to get in there and give him that head.
You almost didn't. I'm trying to get pictures of the kids, too, at the same time here, and almost missed out.
Looks like General Johnny Wilson will have a forfeit at 98. We've got Jose Garcia going out there to get his hand raised. Now that moves us to the 104-pound weight class. For Whittier, we have Xavier Edwards, whose record is 17-2, Joe. That's pretty good. And we have, from General Johnny Wilson, Perry Mincy, who is 8-2. Nice takedown. And you can see that Xavier looks like he knows what he's doing, Joe. he's moving around the mat there pretty good.
He looks pretty comfortable.
Yes, he does, doing some good things.
Very methodical.
Yep, stack. And there it is. Xavier Edwards with a fall. Putting Whittier up big over Perry Mincy. I want to mention another 104-pound wrestler for General Johnny Wilson who did not wrestle is Kyle Greenfield. He's on the wrestling team also, enjoys science. He wrestles, plays football and baseball. At 110 pounds, we have from Whittier, Tevin Wagner, and from General Johnny Wilson, Dylan Kennel. Dylan looks like a pretty solid kid. What do you think?
Yes, he does.
Usually you don't see that type of development, early on. Yep.
Right.
Coming right at it.
I think you're eyeing him for
future reference. You never know. Got to keep those kids in the program.
I can tell that, Coach.
Dylan, and his favorite subject is science, Joe.
Oh, that's a great subject.
Yep, he's wrestling. He likes professional wrestling and that cage wrestling. So,
oh, boy.
Yeah, so he is a pretty tough guy.
He's a tough guy.
That's right. Dylan trying to get that leg back with a nice cross face. Looked like a little flip-flop in here and there. We had a takedown and a reversal, and now another reversal. Trying to get that cradle there. Dylan's doing a nice job. Trying to work that cradle. He's got that half sunk real deep. Real deep. Oh, let him go. Gave him an escape. Right now we had some, I look at the scoreboard, it's changing pretty fast, but right now our unofficial score, I think they're all caught up, so we'll call it official, is 7-3. Now Tevin Wagner just ended up getting a takedown.
Yeah, did you hear Coach there?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's like, why did he stop?
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's good. These are good lessons at this level.
You know what? And that is a good thing, Joe. You know, because a lot of these kids, now not so much on the Whittier team, but some of these Johnny Wilson kids maybe have never wrestled before. Whittier has an excellent biddie program involved. I know that when I was at Admiral King, we tried to get something going. I know Coach Black has tried. So we'll just, I'm sure he's going to keep trying to get a biddie program going. But wrestling has been such a stronghold here, on the south side that it just keeps perpetuating, just keeps going and going.
One word, tradition.
Tradition. That makes a big difference, goes a long way. All right, right now at the beginning of the second period, we've got 7-5. Dylan Kennel over Tevin Wagner from Whittier. Tevin decided to go the optional start. Go ahead and give him the point. Feels that he could maybe do a good job on his feet with takedowns. Trying to do a little bit of setup, banging the mat a little bit, hitting the hands. Nice shot. Didn't finish. Nice. All right. A little sparring going on there.
Yeah. We had some nice matches so far.
Yes, we have.
Now, what are the weight classes? Where do we go with? We start off at 80?
We started off at 80, and we go up to 245.
Wow, okay.
They're trying to get the kids used to, because, again, you're running into smaller kids. You have some kids that maybe, are in the 80 pounds in the high 70s, mid 70s in junior high, whereas in high school, 103 is your lowest. Oh, nice job by Tevin. Got a takedown, makes it 8-7. Now we've got an escape. We're keeping the score. The scorekeeper is earning her money today. We've got 9-7, Dylan Kennel. But, we're talking about one takedown, and there it is. Ties it up. Now we're at...
Well, he obviously feels that he can take him down at will, because he gave up that point. I thought it should be 10-9.
That's what I'm thinking, too. I think they're 1 behind.
Okay.
Good shot by Tevin. Nope. No score. And I don't...
10-9, there it goes.
Okay, I was going to say. Now we've got
at 1 point, you don't have the lead now.
Correct. That's a flurry. That's what they call a flurry. And again, there's no surprise that Whittier has chosen to be on their feet. Last minute and 30 seconds. There was a caution for not lining. There's 2 stripes there right in the middle by that warrior head, and you have to have your toe on the line.
Gotcha, okay.
All right.
Yeah, see, I learned something there, too.
And that back foot cannot be outside that circle. Good shot by the Whittier wrestler.
Oh.
Tevin, I think, being as strong as he is, he's got a nice, Dylan from General Johnny Wilson's got a nice cross face right into a cradle. Yeah, and there it settles back. A little bit too far. And nice finish. Nice finish. With 53 seconds left in the third period, Dylan Kennel from General Johnny Wilson at 110 pounds over Tevin Wagner from Whittier with the fall. Our next weight class is 116 pounds. At 116 from Whittier, we'll have Darian Jimenez. And from General Johnny Wilson, we'll have Alex, I want to say, Halitska. And I want to apologize if I don't pronounce these names exactly right.
Did he give you the phonetic spellings there, Coach?
I want to say it's Halitska. I think I went to school with a kid when I was in Lorain with a Halitska. But that's what it looks like to me.
Hey, if you could say Tomaszewski and figure that one out, that's.
And if it isn't Alex's mom, I apologize. We got a legal chokehold, 1 point green. Cannot use what the referee's telling him is you can't use your arm to drive that forearm up into the neck. You can, front headlock and grab the chin, but you cannot. Nice shot by Darren. Now this is kind of what we saw with our first match, Joe. The General Johnny Wilson kid is a long drink of water.
Yes.
But Darren does a nice job. Whittier does a nice job getting around, getting his 2 points. While we're talking, or while we're wrestling right now, Justin Henline is also a 116-pound wrestler from General Johnny Wilson. He enjoys gym. His favorite athlete is himself, Well, sometimes you got to give yourself props. He's wrestling and track, his future goals, college mechanics, his favorite teacher, Mrs. Starkey, or Ms. Starkey, excuse me. We have a score of 3-0. Looks like we had a potentially dangerous, and again, those referees are out there for the protection of the wrestlers as well as keeping score. The joint, they will not let the shoulder, the knee, the hip go against any angle than more than it should be, because sometimes in wrestling you get twisted a different way, but they just want to make sure that we don't get hurt. Caution, alignment. I think we're talking about the palm on the belly button. You must have the palm on the button or on the belly button and your palm on the elbow of the wrestler for your down starting position. Going to be coming up about 3 seconds. Alex got an escape right at the end. No 2 point. Very close. So that gives us a score going into the second period. Whittier 3, General Johnny Wilson 1. It's going to be Whittier's choice. They defer. Coach Dean Reinhardt from General Johnny Wilson instructing his wrestler to take down. The coaches over at Whittier, part of the Whittier wrestling family, David Jerfy Sr. and David Jerfy Jr., both wrestlers at Southview, and we have one more Jerfy that's on the wrestling team at present, Jimmy Jerfy. Got locking hands by Whittier. And Joe, the reason that he didn't stop that immediately, in the old days, that's what they used to do. Now, they don't punish a wrestler that has had an illegal move against him because Alex looked like he was just getting ready to get out of that.
Oh, okay.
And, actually, they did give him the escape. And they used to punish you and stop it right then, and you had a guy on his back. It was like, well, what the heck? I would have taken the back points instead of the penalty. So now we've got a 3-3 match between Darren Jimenez and Alex Halitska. Nice drop down on that single leg there. Alex is doing a nice job of defending, and once again, that joint, it's bending against, the way it's supposed to go, so referee wisely stops it.
It really looks like the referee at this level really earns his money. You got to have a lot of temperament and a lot of patience.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
And actually, you want to make sure the kids are understanding what is wrong, so in the future they can correct it.
And you know what? And that's what you'll see a lot of referees do. They will, as maybe a caution or a penalty point, you'll see the referee, and he's doing a good job. He'll talk to the kids and say, "Hey, listen, this is that," and let's go from here.
Gentleman's doing a nice job.
Yes, very good. Darren Jimenez picked up a takedown. He now leads the match 5-3. We're into the third period. And we are looking at Darren Jimenez with a 5-3 a 5-3 lead over Alex Halitska. And I was just joined by our gentleman here, our head wrestling coach at Lorain Emerald King, Jim Black. We'll see if Joe wants to give up that headset.
Yeah, after this match, we'll take a quick break and we'll get Mr. Black here situated. We'll hear from one of our magnet programs, the Whittier Magnet Program.
Whittier Magnet Program, that's where we're at, and that's who we'll hear from. This is one of the closer matches too, Joe. I mean, this one's coming right down to the wire. We had a nice one at 110 and now at 116. We've got a really tight match. Oh boy. Tried to hip over and right into an arm, a head and arm, and now we're getting some back points. I hear Joe over there just doing all kinds of stuff, producing, setting up everything, taking pictures, doing some commentary, you name it. Joe does it all.
It'll be one less thing I'll have to worry about doing that. If you could snap some shots off for the kids.
All right, we've got, I think he's given him 3 points for his back points and then started injury time. Oh, no, he did give him the 4. Remember, we talked about that scream rule. It used to be you would only get your 3 points, and a few years back, if that situation happens, then they also added an extra point. So it's a 4-point move. And again, we're talking about the protection of the kids, especially with that head and arm. You got the body laying across there. He's, yanking up on the arm, and really it's a tough pinning combination. Got 21 seconds left. Right now, Darren Jimenez from Whittier has started to kind of pull away from Alex Halitska. Did a nice job of standing up. Whittier still has control. That's what the referee's looking for, a double arm. Trying to slide up underneath there. Turn him over right at the end. With 5 seconds left, it may be a little bit too little, a little bit too late. So our final score, Darren Jimenez, 11 from Whittier, and Alex Halitska. And we're going to take a break now, and we'll be right back.
Is there a lot of drama in your life? Does your toe start to tap when you hear the music play? Does learning how to play the keyboard and making your own kind of music appeal to you? How about being able to use iTunes, iMovie, iPictures, and GarageBand on our new MacBooks to express yourself? Well, if the answer to any of those questions is yes, then it's time to apply to Whittier Middle School Arts Academy. Whittier Middle School Arts Academy is a learning community rich in fine arts experiences, offering traditional courses as well as those that use cutting-edge technology. Students will create movies, web pages, music, podcasts, and artwork that integrates the arts into the core curriculum and prepares our students to be successful in their rapidly changing world. General Johnny Wilson Middle School Adventures in Interactive Simulation Programming Magnet combines a rigorous academic curriculum with the fun and the excitement of learning about real-time interactive simulation. During year 1 of the program, students will gain technical skills using Macintosh computers while analyzing video games and their characteristics. They will develop a design proposal that describes a simulation that they would like to create. In year 2, students will focus on basic programming skills while creating 3 basic types of video games using pieces of code provided by our technical partner, DigiPen Institute of Technology. In year 3 of the program, students will create video games with DigiPen's Project Fun Editor. This exciting magnet school is unlike any middle school in the entire nation.
Okay, we're back here where I'm joined by the head wrestling coach, Jim Black from Lorain Admiral King. Jim, thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here.
We're having a little problem with our headset here. Now we're all good. Want to slide that mic up there? May have to go on the other side, Coach. Switch that around. There you go.
There we go. Gotcha.
Well, well, it looks like it might end up quick. I want to talk about our wrestlers at 122 pounds. We have Tony Carrion from Whittier. His record's 16-2. We have Logan Medina, who's 5-7. And as I said that, Carrion from Whittier.
Had a nice double leg to a pin.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I looked down to make sure, check the name, and you saw the double leg. I didn't.
Oh, it was a very pretty double leg. Did a nice job with that.
At 128 pounds, it looks like Wilson does not have a wrestler. We have Sinkeel Markey, who will be taking the forfeit at 128 pounds. And now we'll be going to 134. From Whittier, we have Chris Lopez. And at 134 pounds from General Johnny Wilson, we have Joseph Borden. You know, Coach, Lorain Admiral King is having a great year this year. I saw you guys finish second at the Firelands Invitational behind a always tough Maple Heights program.
That is true. They are a tough team. And yes, we did finish second. We did a nice job that day. And all my kids wrestled pretty tough that day. But get my hats off to Maple Heights. They got a heck of a program over there.
Right, right. Well, you know, obviously, and the name escapes me now, but they've been there forever. The Milkoviches, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there were Milkoviches when I wrestled at Lorain High. So Chris Lopez with a takedown.
Very nice takedown.
Yep, 2-1. We'll be covering you, Coach, next Thursday. We'll be going to Berea Mid-Park. You have a tri-meet there, correct?
Yes, we do.
And who's that with?
I believe it's with Berea Mid-Park and Brookside High School.
I think you're right. So another good, trying to get some tune-ups before we get into sectionals, which it's hard to believe the season is starting to wind down.
Oh, my God, it's come fast. It comes hard and fast.
I know it seems long for you because, you know, for years I was coaching wrestling too, and it just seems like, oh my God, it's forever.
Never gonna end, yes.
But yeah, you turn around and next thing you know, it's there. So
well, you know, the wrestling season's like a roller coaster ride. You have a lot of ups and your downs, and it just seems like coming on every week something happens, and an injury here, a player missing there.
Correct.
And it's just all those little things.
Somebody struggling with weight.
Right.
Yep, it is. And especially too, you know, a lot of people don't understand. These kids, you know, we try to watch their, you know, nutrition level and what they're doing, and you know, the state came out with the hydration test, so you're not losing too much dangerous weight.
Right.
But you know what? Your body is still being worn down. You know, and you got a chance to get sickness, and there's so many things. That's one thing I'll tell you about wrestling. I do not miss it. It's the only sport I know where you can go to practice for 2.5 hours, and then we go home and tell you don't drink and don't eat.
That's true. That's true. Looks like we had a little battle going on.
Yeah, nice looking. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I'm assuming Joseph Borden is probably the brother of one of your wrestlers.
Yes, he is.
Caleb Borden.
Yes, he is. He's the brother. He's the little brother of Caleb Borden, who's my heavyweight wrestler at Admiral King.
Caleb's been doing a nice job.
Yes, he has. He's I believe he's 22-4 on the season.
And he's a light heavyweight too, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He weighs about 226 pounds, and he's been doing a really good job. His two of his 2 losses is to the Maple Heights heavyweight.
Wow.
But he's been doing a great job.
Excellent.
It looks like his little brother is going to be built in the same format as he is.
Right.
Short and compact.
Yep. And again, you know, we were talking about, Coach, with the, you know, when the years we've been coaching wrestling, used to have that optional start, and they no longer make you do that you can just go ahead and tell them, hey, give them the point.
Right.
I don't want to go monkey around with that. Because, you know, there was a period of time, and I know you remember, where that optional start, people would go into pinning combinations and try to do some things. So
yeah, they would, you know, they'd try to hit a cradle or, you know, do something like that. But we've gotten away from that a little bit. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? If you feel you're good on your feet and you want to give the guy an escape, you know, but I still say, and I know you're a firm believer in it too, when you get down to the show, you got to be able to do it all. You got to be able to wrestle on your feet, got to be able to wrestle on the mat, you got to be able to pin in combinations, right?
And you don't want to give up any points.
Correct.
Yes, most definitely. You don't want to give anybody a free point if you don't have to. And down at the state level, that's just too tough to do.
Right. Right now, Chris Lopez turned over Joseph Borden, kind of settling down. I see what we got. Yeah.
Legal hold.
Right.
He let go of the arm and went right to a head.
Right. You got to have the arm with the head. Once again, going to give him the point, neutral. You know, one of the things that I know you and I have talked about it when, you know, you were at Midview and I was at Admiral King, and even
nice double leg.
Yes, very nice at Brookside. You know, one of the toughest things for your program is going into that tough Southview sectional. I mean, you know, some of the teams that you're going to have to face, you know, the West Lakes and the Lakewoods and Southview and St. Ed's, it makes it, in Ridgeville, it makes it tough.
It does make it tough, and people don't realize how evenly distributed those teams are.
Oh, geez.
You know, on any given day, a different kid could win it or take second or third or fourth, and it's just evenly distributed. And go 3 weeks of tough wrestling. It's really tough.
I'll tell you. You know, and also, I know you can agree with this too, Coach Black. You know, when you look at most of the state champions, there are a lot of kids that come out of our sectional and district.
Yes, there are, or placing high.
Correct.
Oh, my God. I mean, just right out of our sectional, we have a ton of kids placing high, which is a testament to the area wrestling around us. I mean, not just in Lorain County, but in, you know, western and eastern Cleveland parts. So
Right.
It's just really good.
Northeast Ohio, correct. We'll give him another point. Right now, we've got 59 seconds left in the third period. Chris Lopez has a pretty comfortable lead with an 11-4 margin over Joseph Borden. But, oh, Joseph's driving.
Oh, he just missed it.
He just missed it.
Drive
yes, he
into
did.
Oh. He had a shot there.
Yes, he did.
That's a shame. He had a chance to score some points and possibly back points.
Right.
He just had a little bit more muscle there.
Well, and that's the thing, too. You know, we talk about, and I know you see it, you know, with the younger kids. You know, different kids develop at different, you know, speeds. And there's no doubt about it. Chris Lopez is one of those that's on the fast track.
Yes, he is.
You know. I remember Caleb when he was just a little chubby young guy, you know. And, you know, Caleb has developed into a very nice wrestler, very strong kid.
Oh, he's built now like an M16 tank.
That's right. All right, and our 135 4-pound winner, Chris Lopez. And I'll tell you, give Joseph all the credit, man. I mean, he kept fighting in it, kept going at it. You cannot knock that. And you know, and I know for on the coaching aspect, anytime you see somebody that's not going to quit, you know you got something you can work with.
That's exactly true, and that's what we look for. A lot of effort from an individual, and he didn't quit.
Right.
Did a nice job.
All right, right here at 142 pounds, we're going to have David Van Sant from Whittier, and from General Johnny Wilson, George Colvin. Nice, two good-looking kids.
Right.
You know, looks like they got a little bit of wrestling background.
Not afraid to try things.
Oh, no. Nice drive by Colvin. Doing a nice job. We called that the bully. You know, bully that right over.
He did. He went right into a spiral. That was nice.
This is the key. Drop down to that Michigan. I think he'd have been okay, but I don't know if he has that in his repertoire.
It's a nice match here.
After all that, we've got a 2-1 match. I thought George picked up some back points, but apparently he didn't. While we got this match going on, I want to talk about another wrestler for General Johnny Wilson at the 134-pound weight class, Avril James. He's in his favorite subject is SFA. His favorite athlete is Michael Jordan. He enjoys wrestling. Future goals, he wants to play in the NFL. And his favorite teacher is Mr. Joyner.
Oh.
So we want to acknowledge those guys. Even though they might not be starting today, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
That's true. He's got some lofty goals there.
That's right. This is a good match.
Yes, it is. Scores 2-1.
Right. Second period. Looks like it's going to be Whittier's choice. Or, I'm sorry, General Johnny Wilson may have deferred.
Whittier goes on top.
Yep. Referee's looking for locking. Good stand up, trying to clear.
Yes.
Yep, turns and faces, gets his one.
That's a very nice.
Very nice stand up.
Yeah.
It was a move that had a name, and you always love to see those. Nice shot. Nice single leg by David Van Sant. Nice job. The General Johnny Wilson kid is doing a nice job of
fighting off that.
Fighting it off.
Keeping that hip down and keeping the leg back. But I think he found the Whittier kid just got the other leg, and there he goes.
There you go.
Got the two.
Good little chain of moves there, you know.
Yeah, these two you can tell they've been working hard in the practice room.
Correct, correct.
I bet conditioning is going to win on this one.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, and you know, that's the key too. You know, you and I have talked about it, I mean, many times, and I know that you're a big fan of conditioning, and so am I. You know, when I was coaching, you know, this is a sport like no other sport.
No.
I mean, it takes everything that you can possibly have, whether it's wrestling live on the mat or running or sprinting or
lifting weights.
Yes, you've got to go through a whole big, you know, the whole gamut.
And you have to be good at just about all of it.
Yes, yes.
And it takes so much out of you. I mean, that's the hard thing that people don't realize, that they don't just wrestle every day in the practice room. They're lifting weights, they're running sprints, they're even running long distance.
Correct.
Just to be champions in the sport is pretty tough. We got a really good dude.
Yes, we do. Right now.
Oh, did you see that? An attempted trip
He
there.
was trying to trip it. George Colvin right now heading into the fourth period from General Johnny Wilson has a 4-3, a slight edge over David Van Sant from Whittier.
It's wrestling tough. I mean, it's not too often you see someone from junior high trying to do a foot sweep.
Right. And again, both wrestlers, you know, doing a very, very nice job.
Yeah.
Try to stand up. He's back up to his feet.
He got the hand control. He's turning in. Wow. Doing everything right.
There you go.
Uh-oh. You got something happening?
Yeah, trying to hip over. Nope.
Nice job. Man, he's got that stand-up down. He just got to get away.
Well, and you look at George, and I know we've seen it many times. You can't throw that half when his head's up or his body's up or he's on his knees. You know, he's got to be broken down. And right now, that's what Colvin's having problems with, is keeping him down.
Oh, looks like we got an escape.
Now we got a nice match with about 42 seconds left. 4-4.
4-4. Hanging on that elbow a little bit.
Yep, got to go.
Uh-oh, he got the leg.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he fought it off. Nice job.
Another nice drop in there. Colvin needs to keep those legs back. You know, he starts turning back around.
Oh, nice.
Gets his two.
Good job.
10 seconds left. 10 seconds. David Van Sant, and he's got to get a takedown. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice match.
Very nice match by both wrestlers. David Van Sant from Whittier Middle School with a 6-5 decision over George Colvin from General Johnny Wilson. Nice looking match.
You know, I've never been to Whittier.
No way.
No, first time here. An old school.
Yeah, old school, yes. And actually, it's one of the schools that's slated for, you know, they'll be building it right behind Southview.
Oh,
right
wow.
now we've got the 150-pound weight class. 150-pound weight class. We're going to have Luther Washington versus Nigel Edwards from General Johnny Wilson. I just want to mention Nick Camp. He's one of the wrestlers that did not wrestle in the match, but he also is on General Johnny Wilson's team. Luther Washington with a takedown, 2-point takedown.
Went right to that half, they did.
Yes, he did. He's picking that ankle up.
I wonder if Billy showed him that. You know,
think he
takedown
did.
right to a spiral.
There you go. Pick up that ankle and
Very nicely done.
4 back. I think Nigel was there was a little problem as far as the covering of the mouth. Maybe that scream rule enforced again. He's okay. Referee checks with him. And also, we want to mention, Coach, we do have you next Thursday, but then you'll be hosting the LAL tournaments, and you're the defending champion.
We are
on the Erie side.
Yes, we are. I think that's the first time that Admiral King's won a conference title.
There's no doubt. I know when I was there, we were chasing that and couldn't quite get it. So
well, we got it last year,
and
we're hoping to
repeat. Very good. Back to our match, 142 pounds, 150-pound. Luther Washington from Whittier with a fall over Nigel Edwards. We'll be going to 160 pounds. 160 pounds, we do not have a wrestler for Johnny Wilson, so Jacob Thacker from Whittier will receive a forfeit. It looks like we have a 172-pounder for Johnny Wilson, but we do not have one for Whittier. Yep, it doesn't look like it.
It's always a good day when you get a forfeit sometimes. Huh?
Well, sometimes it helps, you know, because, you know, it like we said, it is a long season. You know, we always say, you know, we bump kids around so that they can get matches, but we do have a 205-pounder. We have a 205-pounder. Looks like we're going to have Dante Dower from General Johnny Wilson versus Javante Thomas from Whittier. We saw Javante start off the match, or this meet here, wrestling Longfellow's lone participant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I know Javante's got a little gut wrench in there.
Wow.
Trying to.
He's really working that gut wrench.
Yes, he is, and I'll tell you what, Dante was doing a good job of fighting it off. Did a nice job, fought off his back, and he's.
Goes into that power half.
Yep. Well, and that's one thing, you know, Coach, we've talked about it. You know, wrestling demands a lot, and we need to get some of those kids from Longfellow out over there, you know.
Oh, most definitely. That's one of the issues that we're probably going to be talking to our athletic director on how we can go about getting more younger kids out for the wrestling team.
Well, and, you know, even over the years, numbers in general, when you look, I know, you know, you've been a wrestling coach for years. I was a wrestling coach for a few years. And coaches have said, you know, this is a sport that's not for the faint of heart. And some kids don't want to take the challenge.
Nope, they don't want to take the challenge. But I got to tell you, that Southview boy, or Whittier boy, he
did a nice job.
Javante
Thomas with the fall over Dante Dower.
He's got some nice, strong movements.
Yes, he does, from General Johnny Wilson. Chris Whitney is another 205-pounder from General Johnny Wilson. Right now, we've got a 245-pounder from General Johnny Wilson. Not a bad-looking kid.
No.
Clayton Breeds from General Johnny Wilson. And that will conclude the match. Whittier kind of dominant. Again, they've had that long history, Coach Black, of you know, a tradition, a winning program, and you know, we were talking about that a little before. Kind of dominant fashion with a 70-18 victory over General Johnny Wilson. But you know what? And I know you feel the same way too. We've been on the giving end of the stick, and we've also been on the receiving end of the stick.
That's true.
But you know what? They're here.
They're here.
They're here.
And you got to look at it, and they're trying hard. They're trying to improve, and they're doing a nice job.
Right.
On both teams.
So what can we look for next Thursday? When I know we've got we had some champions at the Fireland Invitational from Lorain Admiral King. What can we expect from the Admirals next week?
Well, we're definitely going to be competitive. You're going to see some good things, hopefully, out of Demetrius Harris, Bishop Overton.
Correct.
We got Brandon Medina back off of an injury.
I did see that. Yeah, that's good to see. Him and his brother Alec, right?
Alec, both
wrestling on the same team.
Wrestling on the same team. It's nice to see. Brandon had a couple health issues, but he's back, and we're working to get him in condition. I think we're going to start seeing some good things out of Eamon. He's been having a rough season in the beginning.
Right.
And I think, Caleb's going to be Mr. Steady at heavyweight. He's just doing a nice job there. So.
Well, and you know the thing too, and you know we've talked about. I know you've talked to your kids. You know, this is the time that you want to start peaking.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you want to start doing your best wrestling at this time because, you know, one and done.
That's not a pretty thing on your resume. So.
No, it's not. But we're looking forward to it. I'm thinking that Coach Tomo will be back with us when we're out there at Berea Mid-Park with you. He's down in sunny Florida, this week.
Nice.
It must be nice.
Yes.
And then we'll turn around and on Friday we'll go to Lorain Admiral King, where it will not be the Shot Palace.
No.
It'll be the Slam Palace, and we'll be there.
Hopefully we'll be grinning and pinning.
That's right, with our LAL. So for Coach Black, the head coach at Lorain Admiral King, Joe Bach, obviously Mr. Everything, and myself, Todd Abo, I thank you, and good night.
Well, thank you. Good night.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.